Hello, and my name's Melvyn Wood, and welcome to my fly tying den. Today we're going to be tying the Diawl Bach. Well, one of its variations, and it's probably my favourite variation, it's the Red Ribbed Diawl Bach. The hook in the vise is a Camasan B175 size 12. I tie my Diawl Bachs in 12s and 14s. The thread that I'm using is Semperfli's Classic Wax in 12/0, and it's a fluorescent red. I'm going to start the fly a millimetre before the eye, and then I'm going to come back towards the bend of the hook in touching turns. I'm holding the tag end at 45 to help me accomplish this, and I'm coming back to a point midway between the barb and the point of the hook. That's just before the bend starts. Okay, for the tail I'm using a ginger cock, and I'm going to pull about a dozen fibres out at 90 degrees to the stem to line the tips up, and once the tips are lined up I'm going to pull them off the stem. I'm going to moisten the fibres so it brings them all together, and the length of the tail needs to be the length of the body, so we need to be about there, and I'm just going to pinch and loop those on. And I'm not pulling too hard, I'm just putting a wrap on. Okay, if you pull them hard it will flare the tail. Right, the next material to go in, I'm just going to put another wrap on there. The next material to go in is the rib, and the rib is Semperfli's flat tinsel in red, and it's quite a narrow tinsel. Couple of turns in, and then next material is the peacock herl. Then we're coming back towards where we tied the tail in. Okay, I'm just going to chop the excess. Chopping that at an angle so we get a nice smooth taper towards the eye, and we're going to tie these on top in touching turns all the way down. Then we need to tie in the peacock herl, or tie down the peacock herl into the body. Now I've put the peacock herl into my hackle pliers to give me a little bit more control. And I'm coming all the way down towards the eye in relatively touching turns. If there's a little bit of that fluorescent red underbody showing, that's okay, I'm not too bothered about that. And that'll do it. I'll tie that in. Tie it down. Can pull that off. That's good. Come back to where we started the body and put the rib in. We want about 5 turns. 1. That's the second. 3. 4, 5, and up we come. Tie that in. Tie it up, make it neat. Then we need to tie a beard hackle in. Not the easiest things to do. So we need more fibres. So I'm pulling out probably 15 millimeters worth of fibre, pulling it from the stem of the feather when we've got the tips lined up, which we have now. Okay, I'll just lick those, keep them together, and we want to be round about the barb length for the length of the hackle. Tie it down underneath. Okay, right. Once we've got it in, what we do is we come underneath, right underneath there like that. And then we cut the hackle off, or cut the excess, the butt ends. And we need to do now is make a nice neat head. We finish. Trim the time thread off. Varnish the head. A little bit more varnish on. And there you have a lovely little fly called the Red Ribbed Diawl Bach.